Now we have to go. I see you now.
Well, Liz, hope y'all enjoyed that.
Yes, we did.
You're welcome, Daniel.
I get the video later, though. It's funny. I hear you, and then I see it.
That's how we work it in the studio. 5-second delay. 5-second delay. Gotta love it. All right.
One in the place, yes, sir. Nobody now move. If you move, don't stop. Move, don't stop. Move and move and move, don't stop. Move and move and move, don't stop. Move and move and move, don't stop. Just push on your knees and tick tock back. Move and move and move, don't stop.
All right, everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land. You're tuned in to Festival Addicts, the only show out there for you, fan of music festivals. I'm B. We got a couple people in the studio right now. Who we got with us?
Hello, Daniela.
Hi, Mocha Princess.
And we got somebody on the phone too, right?
We got Liz here.
Hi, Liz.
Hi.
Oh, ow.
That was fun. It was a fun little brain zap.
My ears. Okay, so everyone, welcome back. It's been a very, very, very busy weekend for a lot of us, and now that festival season is here, it's going to be continuously busy for us all. But I kind of want to start off with a little bit of a question. Since we've all been going to all these music festivals for the past couple of weeks, couple of months, past years in our lives, I want to ask a question. So when you go to festivals, what is your favorite thing to eat when you're there? Daniela?
Tacos. I'll always go searching for tacos. Tacos, pizza, and ice cream.
All right. Liz?
I would say noodles and rice, just because I'm more about, I need to make sure that I have the fuel to get through the festival. So for me, noodles with some type of protein, or rice, a rice bowl with some type of protein.
Sounds so healthy.
And then,
I know, right?
and then a smoothie. Like I love my protein smoothies. Like that, especially as now we're getting into the hotter months and daytime. Like sometimes it's just hard for your body to process physical food. So feed me like a baby, give me a smoothie, I'm good.
That's awesome. I got a story about noodles, though, when we start talking about Coachella. Yes. We're not going to do that now. B, what about you?
Beer.
Hey, that is a food group.
I
It
know.
has all the nutrients you need.
But I did, okay, that's a liquid diet, but like physically, come on. Like what?
More beer.
Fried beer.
Deep fried on a stick.
How would you fry beer?
I don't know, but it's been done.
See that.
It exists. Google it.
That one off.
That's actually fair food. You can get deep fried beer.
You can,
Yes, you can.
get at a fair, but that's not fair because you can get deep fried everything at a fair.
And that's why we all go.
Exactly. I get all the things on the stick with the deep fried.
No, but most of the time when I'm at going to a festival out of town or something, I try to find something local to that area. Like when I was in Buku, I went and got the etouffee and the crossfish and all that stuff. Or when I'm in, when I was in, what was it? Bonnaroo, I made sure to eat all the alligator and stuff like that.
Huh, I didn't see that. At Creamfields, we had sadness.
Oh my God, we had sadness at Creamfields. Sorry, England, your food sucks.
Hot sauce, some salt, something, please.
Hey, but their breakfast pizza was really good.
Yeah, but their toasties suck.
Yeah, they did.
They were so happy about a toasty, and that's all it is, a damn grilled cheese sandwich. No,
Their spaghetti was okay.
no, almost all of it was bad.
I was very drunk at that point.
That's why it was okay. Almost everything they had was bad. I'm happy I brought jerky from the States so I could eat that when I was at Creamfields.
I was eating bacon crisp from the store before we got there.
Yeah, no, London had bad food.
Yeah.
Well, since I am a food, I'm like so sad that you guys didn't have a good experience at Creamfields or ate anything good. Like my heart hurts for you.
Our stomachs hurt from the hunger.
I can imagine. My gosh. So when I go to a festival, everyone knows that I love food. Like I'm highly motivated by food. So like when I go, I try to find whatever is interesting or like what I would want to eat. And grilled cheese is definitely one of them. And then also I've had like ramen, pizza. The people have boba. You know, at Tomorrowland, the food is fantastic, and I'll continue to talk about the food there. But I had like curry and like pasta and like legitimately very good food. And I had a chicken hot dog. I don't know if anyone's ever had a chicken hot dog, but it was like the best hot dog I've ever had like in my entire life. And they had all this foo-foo stuff on top of it. It was fantastic. No ketchup in sight, but it was delicious. I had like Brussels sprouts and like cilantro, and it was like this mustardy aioli with like garlic. It was
The hell festivals you going to?
Yeah.
the good ones, I guess.
Apparently.
The one that have good food. But my cravings typically change. But I also like to find beer when I go there, whatever
Beer,
festival I'm at.
wine, the strongest alcohol I can find and afford.
Yep, and as many of them as you can
The
possibly
floor.
take.
Coachella pushed my limit of how much I'm willing to pay for liquor this weekend.
It was a little pricey.
I paid $0. Thank you, Precious.
How much was it?
The drinks were like 15.
Yeah, for like a little cup of wine.
Yeah, because I know when we were in the beer garden, they were like 15, 16 in there, and it's not like they were 12 ounces. They were like itty bitty, like this cup. Yeah, that's the cup.
That's what it was.
So, for everybody watching with the 5-second delay, this is the size of the drinks at Coachella, and they were $1 million. So,
If they're watching, they won't have a delay.
oh, they won't have a delay. Okay, well, you guys saw the.
Because they're watching the video when it's going on.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, hopefully there's no technical difficulties. This was the size of the drinks at Coachella. But anyways, that's
That just went like downhill, like all sad. Like,
I'm here to help.
This was it.
But yeah, no, I love food, and it is whatever my mood dictates. And at Coachella, it was definitely noodles, and I didn't quite get the noodles I wanted. I had to settle for pad thai that I spilled. Yeah.
I had to sneak away to get a slice of pizza. I was being held hostage.
Oh.
Yeah.
At Sunday service?
No, that was after.
Oh, it was after? Oh.
I started begging for food before I got to Sunday service. But those lines were fucking ridiculous.
So are there like shops in there? Well, since we're talking now we're talking about Coachella, because that was like the big thing over the weekend. So wait, I haven't like really fully explored the campgrounds. What is the food situation like there? Is it like is there a market? Is there
In the campgrounds.
Yeah, they have a little
Yeah.
marketplace.
You have a marketplace. It's in the center of the campgrounds where you can get food, get your hair cut, order things. They have a couple of food trucks on one side, actual post office, a dance floor in the middle of it too. It's actually, this is the reason why I tell people if you're going to Coachella, and you're camping, your event starts on Thursday. You start going there Thursday, meet your neighbors, and party it up with them. I think there's a spicy pie in the campground.
There is.
So you can get you can get food and everything else in there, and a general store if you're missing anything.
Okay. I had never every time I've gone to Coachella, I've just kind of gone in to meet up with everyone, and then we've all gone inside. So I've never really explored the whole campground situation.
For what it is, the campground is actually a really cool experience. This was the year I decided I'm an adult and I want a hotel room and AC, and boy, that was the best decision I made in a long time.
I really enjoyed the pool party at the hotel.
That was
That pool was nice.
It was very nice. We had our own. We had commandeered a little one. Sorry, Bernard. We had commandeered one.
Is it okay for me to talk now?
Yeah,
drunk?
sorry.
It's just
No!
she is already.
I'm not. Not yet.
But no, for Coachella, hey Liz, I'm gonna let you ask us questions because you've never been before. So ask away about Coachella, and we'll answer it to our best of our ability for you.
Sure. So I know a couple people went either Wednesday night or Thursday and camped out. So, and you guys did a hotel. So do you feel like you missed anything by not being in the campground?
Me and my homeboy actually had to talk about the one thing we missed about being in the campground is the fact you get to meet your neighbors and make conversations. And sometimes you have really good neighbors, sometimes you have really shit neighbors. I mean, I was checking through my Facebook memories. I had a conversation about how I was going to beat the hell out of my neighbors one year just because they're a bunch of assholes. But no, I missed the fact we didn't get the camaraderie we had all day long. But I thoroughly enjoyed being comfortable.
See, but you can still get that same experience if you have friends that are camping and you go visit them and you don't have to sleep outside.
You know, we actually had that same experience a little bit when we were on Sunday morning at the pool. We met some people that did the Sunday service. And we sat down and had a conversation with them and asked them how they enjoy it and what they were doing, and just met people that way in the pool because the pool had people who were going to Coachella, or the hotel people going to Coachella. They just didn't want to be stuck in a campsite. So,
Right. How was Sunday service? What was Bernard? You missed it.
Pretty
right?
shitty.
And
yeah,
It was not what I expected.
I'm not waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to wait in line at 9 o'clock in the morning to have Kanye do whatever he wants to do. So Daniela went for me. So
Yeah.
How was it, Daniela?
Very disappointing. There was no gold digger, no random rant from Kanye. That's what I went for. There was a long ass line for any food or drinks that you wanted to get. Long line for his church clothes, which were just like his homeless looking clothes that he looks like he stole them from the bad bin at Goodwill.
Oh my God. And listen, that is like the most apt description ever of the shirts that they were selling. And we kept looking around that day at Coachella like, they paid $70 for a shirt.
Yeah.
They paid $75 for a shirt. They paid $70 for a shirt. It's not even like a good shirt. It was a boring shirt with boring lettering.
Yeah.
It felt embarrassing that they paid money for that.
The shirt was $70, a pair of socks was $50, and the sweatshirts I think were $145 and $225. Not even a hoodie.
Goodness.
yeah.
And people were probably lining up to buy it. weren't
Oh,
they?
there was long ass
Oh,
lines.
goodness, no.
But it's like, look at how much money they're taking in for that. And the real question is, where is that money going?
Kanye.
Like, is it going back to the community, or is it just going straight to him?
No, that's all going to Kanye. That was his own part of the event. It was all Kanye. No one else performed.
Mm.
You know, that was there was something sort of cool about that, though, is they actually had a merch booth for your headliner. So on day 3, the headliner was Top Knot Grande, and they put like these big solid rings in the ground for the line for her merch. So it was like 12-foot tall diamond rings all on the ground lined up for a merch booth, so you know exactly where to go get her stuff at. That was a cool touch. They did like in 24 hours, and those things look like it took a minute to move.
The one thing about Sunday service was I got in around 8 a.m. No, maybe like 7:30ish. And when I walked in, you just like walk into this giant field and everyone's just like passed out on the ground because people got there, like started lining up maybe 4 or 5 a.m. to get in at 6. And they were just like all chilling there, passed the fuck out. There was one guy who was like face down and he was just barely like moving his arm, just like slightly tapping his arm to the beat. He was completely dead.
Oh my God. So was it in that area where they had all of like the train cars and stuff?
I'm not sure.
Because I know
It
that
was
they
up
were
in the where they have a little hill. I don't know if that's where.
Okay, so that structure that we had seen before, remember that, Bernard? I think it was a few shows ago. We had looked at some images and they had built a structure. So it wasn't even in the structure they built?
Yeah.
It wasn't a structure. They just had like a barrier around it, like where it was a designated area.
Okay.
But it was like up in a hill.
Oh.
Yeah, I did watch it. I watched the replay before they started broadcasting the evening stuff. And yeah, it was kind of weird. They even talked about it on Extra yesterday about how it was only through a pinhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Yeah.
I was trying to get really good videos. There was this one song that he played that I really liked, but my phone kept overheating and not saving things. So
Oh, yeah.
it was that hot.
So when you were watching it, Liz?
Yeah. So the other question I had is Bernard talked about this '70s party that was a secret party. I want to know more about that.
So do we.
Yeah, when I went on Saturday, I don't think I quite made it there. Bernard, you want to tell us about the hidden disco?
Okay, so when we were at X Live, they talked about a thing called activations. Activations are things within your festival that keep people in certain places that bring them back to do cool things or find out about something special. So this to me was the best goddamn activation I've seen in my whole life. Now, if you're okay at Coachella, Coachella's massive. It's a big event. There's a lot of space there. What they did recently is they created a whole food area called the Indio Food Market. Within the Indio Food Market, you can get all your hippie shit like your kombucha and your matcha, or go get like chili fries and things like that in there. In between two shops in the Indio Food Market, there's a dude in a black suit, and that's all you get. You got to walk up to him. He checks your wristband. He lets you in. They know. Then they come in and tell you, hey, FYI, this is a time machine. You're going back to New Year's Eve, 1979. Come on in and party with us. We go in there.
Oh,
We go in. Balloons are up on the ceiling. They have the lit up disco floor, and they are playing nothing but 70s disco music all day long. They tell you at 9 o'clock, they have a countdown for New Year's. So you come back at 9 o'clock for a countdown for a champagne toast. And then their drinks in there were fantastic. They had a special absolute drinks and a mezcal drink in there. And $16, and they were delicious. But just the idea of finding a location in Coachella where everybody's like, F what's happening outside, we're going to the disco. And you have a light up disco floor, and they're playing all disco music and balloons, and everybody just having a good time. It was great. I broke out the robot and everything. I had a good time.
Get any videos of that?
I did on my Snapchat thingy and my Instagram thingy.
Those thingies.
We'll definitely try to post some of that stuff.
I got somebody got some video of me in there too, so I'll make sure we get some other pictures up. But yeah, inside was amazing, and that activation just the cool part about it, on the way out, they had a big old wall full of glitter and stuff, and it said "Tell everybody." Make sure everybody knows about this activation. So you can walk. You walked right out. You walked right into a beer garden, and you could just keep going and having a good time. It was. I walked out of there into Gelfeldstein. Yeah, and that was odd. That was really odd. He was loud and industrially, and people seemed to enjoy it, and so I kept drinking.
It was the drugs.
Yeah, I should have found those.
Some girl came up to me at Sunday service, 9 a.m., and hugged me. She's like, do you have any Molly? I was like, bitch, it's 9 a.m. No.
Bitch, it's
Who
Sunday
are you?
service.
The Easter Sunday service at that.
Are you trying to resurrect?
It's like, I don't even have any water. Leave me alone.
Trying to be the bunny. Oh my gosh. Tell me about getting in and out of there, just because I don't know the area. So, like, what's traffic like? Because this is something I wanted to ask.
I drove in Sunday morning. It was pretty easy. There was not that much traffic, even with all the Sunday service traffic and how they had rerouted everything because they had blocked off the usual ways to get in.
Okay.
So they made you go like all the way around and park like the furthest lot out.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that was fun.
Usually, because every time I go to Coachella, I usually drive in, and traffic is always horrendous. It doesn't matter what time you try to come in; it's always really.
I
really
went
bad.
in last year on Sunday and it wasn't too bad.
I don't know if
So maybe it's just like the time of day.
it's probably because I usually leave at about 12, 1, and it takes me about an hour and a half to get down there. So by the time I get down there, it's
But I'm
like
used
3.
to like EDC traffic. It's like compared to EDC traffic, everything's a breeze. Just
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's really bad. But it just seems like, it typically is bad trying to get into the yellow lot, which is where the
That's where I
general
parked.
parking is. And that's right off of 50th Avenue.
I think it was
49th.
49, yeah,
49. So that typically is really bad. But they have this thing where they have shuttle passes, and you go to like this offsite location and you stand in line, you get on a shuttle, and then that brings you right in. And it kind of takes you kind of halfway through the yellow path. So and then they have like all of these different color paths that you get in from the different parking lots. And the shuttles take you right to the middle of the Yellow Path. So you miss that mile hike that you kind of have to do through the gravel that they still never fix, but that's totally
Still have
fine.
blisters.
Yeah. And then, but as far, I mean, the walk isn't too terribly bad. You can do it in about 10 minutes. I mean, faster than that if you're jogging. And then they have like, as you go through the yellow path, you have to scan your wristband, you know, because they don't want people
Several
who don't.
times.
Yeah. So that's a little tedious, but like once you get through the first one, it's kind of fine. And then they have like the people who have the little carts that you can pay the bajillion dollars to,
I think it was
and
like
they can drive.
$5 a person.
They were charging $40 when we went.
They
on
were charged
Saturday.
$10 a person.
They were charging 10.
Maybe it depends how many people are around.
There
or
was
how
two.
fat you are like me. So
All right then.
But yeah, so it's not bad. And then security was really, really cool. So it didn't take us long. The lines were kind of long, but they were going through really,
they
really,
went
really fast. So that was actually really nice. And Coachella's always been that way. It's not like EDC or like any of the Insomniac events where sometimes it can be a process. It was actually pretty quick to get through. Or at least from my experience, the last couple times that I've gone.
you know, this is a year that was sort of unique since I did 2 different days. And the first day we parked and we got in and we did the walk. The walk wasn't that bad. It was like a mile at least to get inside, scanning the wristbands and all that stuff.
It was 1.3 miles. My phone told me.
Yes, so it was a bit of a walk, but it wasn't like a crazy walk like I had the year before. But the cool thing was, since Kanye's Sunday service was so popular, they told people you had to park off site because the parking on site was full, so they could put us into the shuttles. And the shuttle service was quick, like really quick. They were like, we'll wait till the shuttle gets like 50 people, then we'll move on. We're not going to let it fill to 120 people. We're just going to get 50 people and move, 50 people and move. So kept having the shuttles coming in real quick and knocking it out. I was really, really impressed with the shuttle service, what they had. And we parked right by the tennis garden. We got in, busted it, and got in and out in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It was impressive how fast their shuttle service was working. And I will, if I go again next year, will definitely think about shuttle service for Coachella. It was that, and it cut halfway on your walk back home, and you're sitting in your car or sitting in a shuttle just relaxing, playing on your phone till you get there and back. And it was really, really nice.
How long was your line for the shuttle?
No line.
Okay, so that's amazing because I think I stood last year when I was in the shuttle line. I think I was in line for like an hour waiting for the shuttle because they only had like one. And then so I started saying, well, you know, they should probably pull everything. And then all of a sudden 10 buses showed up. So I was like, that was great. But I highly recommend it if you're going to do that, unless you get lucky or you come early enough. Then you can just go right into the yellow lot.
Yeah.
So because of Sunday service, were you guys allowed to stay in there, or did they make you leave afterwards?
No, if you have a wristband, you can go into the campgrounds. You can go into anywhere.
Danielle actually had a really cool picture of the whole festival empty.
Yeah.
What time did you get into the festival?
When I walked by the Ferris wheel, because they let us go in through another way because the security was taking too long by the yellow path. So they made us walk around. And they walked us right by the Ferris wheel, and the lady let me to stop and take a picture.
Oh, nice.
So I got a picture of all of Coachella with nobody in it.
Yeah.
That was around maybe like 7 a.m.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
How I like Coachella with nobody in it.
Your own personal festival, right? So speaking of the lineup and all that, what stages and what artists did you guys end up seeing?
The only artist I remember seeing was Weezer. And we walked by a lot of different things. Oh, yeah. I remember seeing Weezer because I was like trying to decompress after all the alcohol I just drank. And all of a sudden they started playing like all of my favorite songs. They played, it was wonderful. And the stage was really nice. It was real mellow. So I ended up jumping up and down and it was really windy at that point. But Weezer was really good. And then we actually found, we got into, it was like this backstage area. And we ended up going through these closed off areas to the Yuma tent. So we actually didn't have to stand in line for the Yuma tent. And we actually saw Idris Elba.
Nice.
So that was really fun.
Yeah, what did you think of him?
I've seen him before. So I mean he was good. He's really good. So I enjoyed the set. But there was a lot of people in there, so we ended up not staying in for very long. But it was mad cool, yeah.
I went into the Yuma tent for like 15 minutes while I was at Coachella. Then I had to go home.
Did you enjoy that 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting next to AC
Yeah.
with good music. Yeah.
Of course, it's the only place I see. Bernard, what about you?
So this is the first year at Coachella I realized the lineup is pretty weak. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I was trying to get somebody we met the first day who was her first time at Coachella, so she was just really happy and impressed about it. And I hate to be that old curmudgeon saying, get off my yard, you kids. But legit, this year, I think a couple artists were just disappointing to me. Like, Childish Gambino was really, really bad. It wasn't good. It was different. It wasn't good, though. Though, what's that dude's name? Anderson .Paak was amazing. And the fact that Los Tucanos de Tijuana, I mean, a lot of people don't know about them, but they had such an early set. They played the best Coachella set I've seen in a long time. Because they played exactly to their crowd, and they played exactly to people who may not be in their crowd. They played their hit song twice. Played at the start of their set, end of their set. So they let people know, hey, we know you came here for this. We're going to play it for you twice. They did everything correct. Some of the cooler things I did see, like the new revamped Heineken tent, was different, where they have some artists there. But yeah, a lot of Jaden Smith I saw. That was horrible. that was auto-tune
What did
trash.
you expect?
I expected not to chug my beer to get away from that. That's what.
Oh, yikes.
That was bad. But this one girl I saw, Lizzo, amazing.
I've heard a lot of good things about her, though.
So this is what I love about Coachella. And this is our last day. Me and my homeboy are walking. We're talking about we don't know if we're gonna do it next year or not. Then we walked into Lizzo and we're like, this is why we come to Coachella. We saw a big crazy crowd of people. This chick's talking about F you, suck my dick. I'm fat and I love it, and you know you love it too. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my girl. I love her. And she was just getting down singing, pulled out a flute and started playing. She said, I had technical problems last weekend. I ain't letting that shit bother me. We're going a cappella the rest of the show. And sang the rest of the show a cappella. It was great. And that's the type of stuff I love about Coachella. I find that random artist. I found there's a country singer that did some cool stuff. But yeah, this year just the music was and the EDM wasn't even that strong either. I mean, Fisher was cool, but I think he did a way better set at Buku.
You mean everywhere?
Yeah.
Should have stayed in the Yuma tent with the AC.
I was in there. I enjoyed it, but the Yuma tent had a crazy line too. But yeah, this year was weird for me. Really weird for Coachella.
Did anyone go into the Heineken Dome?
No.
So it's not a dome anymore.
Oh.
And they actually have a full stage that's in a separate area right south of the outdoor stage. So, and it's right by the K-Rock Lounge. So the Heineken, it's like a Heineken stand now where you can go in there, get your beer, and sit there and dance. And they had AC running on it, but it was only had 2 panels on the wall. The other 2 panels were backed into a beer garden where if you didn't want to go to the Heineken, you just get a beer and sit there and listen to the music playing from the Heineken Dome.
Oh.
It was really, really cool how they had that layout go. Really cool.
Did you check out the Do Lab?
I did. I was in a Do Lab the last night, and the Do Lab was, as always, the biggest Moogfest you ever want to find.
Great music, though.
But the music's amazing. But that's where you find the dreads and the natural shampoos and stuff, all in a Do Lab. But
And then no deodorant.
no deodorant at all. It's all natural, charcoal. So, yeah, but it was still, the Do Lab was playing some of the best music I heard. They had a special set for Desert Hearts in the K-Rock Lounge.
Oh, nice.
Where the Desert Hearts DJs were playing in there. And me and my dude Jeremy, we both said that was some of the best DJing we heard in Desert Hearts. They were playing some decent music. It was fun.
Ooh. So you're in for a treat this weekend.
Yeah, if I survive.
I participated in Coachella, and
Did Bedchella on
Lizzo,
Friday.
They played Lizzo for like 30 minutes, and she was killing it. So that was a big plus.
Lizzo was awesome, wasn't she?
She was. I
Lizzo was one of those ones you had to go see.
watch it, but I was very pleased with her set. And I actually ended up watching a lot of the curated stuff versus the Yuma tent. They had the Yuma tent on the whole weekend, which was cool. because I got to see like Gestapo scene, and I'd never really seen it, but that may not have been in Yuma. I can't remember, but I did see Gestapo scene, and that was pretty cool because I'd never seen them. Got to see Idris, but I watched the curated stuff, and they had some really good interviews, and they did show some pretty good sets, like 30-minute sets or so. So it was nice to sit on my couch and with my big TV, and I felt like I got to experience a little bit, but I missed being with my friends.
We missed you too.
Oh, you miss those people. Yeah.
There's
Forgot
definitely
about them.
something about being there, and so I'm looking forward to festivals this weekend. For sure.
So for everyone who has actually attended some portion of Coachella this week, whether it was the pool parties or the Sunday service or the festival itself, would you do it again? So Daniela, on a scale of 1 to 5, based off of what you've attended, would you do it again next year?
Probably not. I really, really, really hate sunlight, and it's like a all-day festival. No. Sorry. Unless the Yucatan has like a really, really good lineup that I like can stay in there all 3 days, then no.
Okay. Bernard?
This will be next year. Will be my 12th year or 11th year, something like that, going to Coachella. And I think this is the first year I'm going to say I'm waiting for the lineup before I go out and see it. The lineup, the music really shouldn't be a big part of Coachella, but it shouldn't be like a huge part of why I go to Coachella. I mean, I found a Korean punk rock band in one of the tents. It was weird and fun. But this year it was just really lacking some of those artists that you're like, oh my God, I can't wait. And legit, I stayed there for Top Knot Grande for like 20 minutes, but
No NSYNC?
no NSYNC.
Oh,
So
I would have left too.
Yeah, I sat there. My homeboy said he liked it more than Beyonce, so me and him have been disowned each other since then. But I want to see better art. I want to see better artists do some awesome things and just play to the crowd instead of playing to their tour. Because that was my big thing about Childish Gambino. I remember seeing Childish Gambino when he first came to Coachella, and he was like, they didn't know whether he was going to be good or not. And I was there at 3:00 afternoon watching him do his first album, and I thought, okay, this guy's cool. And hearing this is his last time going out doing this, and he played to his tour audience instead of playing for a Coachella audience. And the Coachella audience really is, they are not your hardcore fans. They are people who are interested in you, and you should probably play things they know here and there. He played like straight B-sides all night long, and I didn't hear anything familiar to me, and I'm a pretty big fan till I was walking out of the set. So I would hope they do something like that.
And yeah, I will probably wait and see if you guys are going, and then I'll decide if I'm
We're all
going to
splitting
go.
our wristband again.
I'm down for it because I like going one day anyways. I would never do all 3 days.
Yeah, leaving Sunday service, the security guard tried to take my wristband, and I walked away. Like, fuck you. It's not even mine.
Yeah, so I probably wait. So Liz, would you go based off of our recap of
You know her
Coachella?
answer.
Of course.
It's always yes.
Yeah, so I definitely can tell there's a difference between weekend 1 and weekend 2 because there's so much hype about weekend 1. And I've watched Coachella now for the last 3 years. At least last year for sure, I know I watched it. And I feel like I've listened to it on XM Radio, I think 2 years beforehand. So I would probably want to go for weekend 1 just because I'd want to go for the hype. But it's going to boil down again to what's the lineup. And if the lineup's not there, then I'm not going to want to do it. I probably won't go next year, so I'd be looking at 2021 if I go. Only
Just go
because
to-
next year I've decided is my international year.
Ooh,
And
that'll be fun.
that takes
Yeah.
Coachella out.
You can go to Instagram in real life.
True.
Oh yeah, the selfie game was strong this weekend. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Funny story, sorta. My homeboy accidentally ran through somebody's
Oh,
photo, and
yeah.
some chick kicked him in the nuts for it.
So she wasn't. I was there. Okay, hold on, wait. Let me clear it up. So
Probably would've
he
been
was
me.
walking through, and they were taking a picture, and I was like, wait, but like he was walking so much faster than me because it got really, really, really cold and really windy at night. So we were just kind of like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? So she was trying to stop the traffic from going through because there were people going through, and as he was walking by, she had put her leg out. She wasn't trying to like kick him, but she did graze him. And it was just, I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And she did apologize though. And she's like, I'm sorry, I was just trying to stop you, and so, but yeah.
The Southie crowd is strong.
Yeah.
They want to kick a 6'4" Jewish guy in the nuts. With
Yeah, it was really something. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it was interesting. It was very interesting. Coachella claimed my hat. I lost my hat. It took it. So rest in peace, Fedora of 7 years. But I ordered a new one, so it's coming.
You just have the link ready just in case.
Oh, yeah. I ordered that yesterday. It's going to be here tomorrow. So we won't be too sad about the hat.
This is clean.
I know, and it's new. I could tell you stories about that poor hat. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so Coachella was really fun, and we'll definitely, since we're all kind of thinking about it, we'll wait until the lineup comes out. Hopefully it's a lot better. I know they were suffering because they had to re-release a lot of weekend 2 tickets, and weekend 1 tickets were going for pretty cheap. So it was very obvious that it wasn't the strongest lineup that it could have had. So
And legit, the scalping game was the strongest I've ever seen at Coachella. They were hitting you up way early in the process about selling your ticket back to them. On Friday night, we had at least 20 people trying to scalp tickets out of us.
wow,
It was crazy.
that's insane. So Coachella, we are really hoping that you do better next year.
Or use flip ticks so I can just go in there for one day and be
All right,
gone.
Jamie, I hope you're listening. We need you to be
At
on
Coachella.
next year. But yeah, so that kind of wrapped up the biggest festival that kicks off festival season. And the festival addicts are going to be definitely out and about this upcoming weekend. We've actually got a full roster this weekend. We've got 3 festivals that we've been asked to go to, and we have another that we're just attending. So let's give a little recap or preview of the festivals we're going to. So we've got Ubbi Dubbi, Wet Electric, and Moogfest. And we also have Bernard going to Desert Heart. So let's just kind of take a minute and talk about these lineups and everything. So Liz, why don't you go first, since you're going to be helping cover Ubbi Dubbi and Moogfest?
Yeah. So I think it's actually pronounced, and I've actually mispronounced all of these, so bear with me. I think it's Moogfest is the technical. It's based off of the festivals in Durham, North Carolina.
Okay.
It starts on the 25th and goes till the 28th, so it's Thursday through the 28th. It is Dr. Robert Moog, who was one of the pioneer of synthesizers. So this fest is kind of in honor of him. I actually want to thank Patrick Norman for doing some research, because he actually knows a lot about it. And the festival's been around, I want to say, since like 2011, maybe even earlier than that. And they have kind of had a little bit of a reinvention over the last couple years. But we've got a couple people going there to check that out, and it's definitely like workshops during the day on synthesizers and different things in that whole realm. And then at nighttime, they've got a bunch of different venues. And so like venue A may have like 3 or 4 artists playing. Venue B might have 2 or 3. Venue C might have 5. So it's all within a mile. So it's all walking distance. Pretty excited, because this is like definitely a little different. I kind of imagine it's like Miami Music Week and Winter Music Conference, but all in one place for 3 days or 4 days.
Okay, because I was going to ask, as you were saying that, I was also thinking South by Southwest, that it would kind of be like that too. Maybe not as big.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's like that, just a shorter duration and definitely very synth-based. I only know of, like, personally, I know 3 different bands playing. Questlove is playing. This girl, Kimbra, who I've listened to for a few years, and I know she has a lot of synthesizers in her music, and then Mount Kinbay. So those are the 3 artists I know of. So I'm very excited. We've got 2 new people who are going to be going for us, so I'm very excited to hear what their findings are and what they think of the whole festival.
Oh, that'll be really cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Myself and Michael Spencer and Precious are going to go to, we've been pronouncing it Ubbi Dubbi, but I think it's actually Ubbi Dubbi is the technical term, because some Texans have been correcting us on this. It's at Panther Island. It's Saturday, Sunday, in Fort Worth, Texas. So it's an EDM festival. Pretty excited. I'm not exactly sure kind of what's happening. I'm going to go check out the grounds on Friday because I'm allowed to go, and I've got to go take care of some stuff there. And so they said I could come check out the grounds a little bit. And yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what else to say about it because it's been on my mind for like 2 months now. Millennium's playing, so that'll tell you how happy I am because he's my favorite guy. And yeah, I think a lot of people from Festival Passport are coming, so we're going to have a little reunion.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And we've got some after shows too. I don't know if we're going to any, but I do know they have one of the after shows is like in the parking lot. There's a pavilion, I guess.
Oh.
So might hit that one up. But
That'll be exciting. I can't wait to hear about that. That'll be really interesting.
yeah.
I know What Electric is happening this weekend in Tempe, Arizona. So me and Kelly are actually going to be attending that. And the lineup's pretty cool. It's going to be at Big Surf, the water park that's out there. So we're really excited about that. I was looking at the lineup. We've got Benny Benassi that's going to be there. So I'm excited because it's been a while since I've actually seen Benny Benassi.
It's been like 5 years since I've seen him.
All right. It's probably
Awesome.
I saw him at Creamfields and I was pissed off. He didn't play Cinema once, punk ass.
Oh,
He was at Creamfields?
boy, Creepfield.
That was your drunk day.
I was drunk all 4
drunk
days.
weekend.
I was blacked the fuck out.
Oh, poor you guys in Greenfield. I'm so sorry Creamfields was not like up to par for you guys. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen him, so I'm like really excited about that. So we're going out there. We're leaving Friday night, and we're coming back on Sunday. So that'll be a really cool turnaround. And we can't wait. It's been a long time since I've been to like, outside of the pool party over Coachella weekend. It's been a long time since I've been to like a water park-ish kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see that. I do know that like all of the stages or the stage is like in a pool or like the pool is in front of it and they don't like really allow you to have like anything out there. So you have to get a locker. So we're getting lockers and you have to bring like towels and stuff like that because the weather is crazy. I guess last year they weren't anticipating all the wind or it to be cold. So they like sold out of like $30, $40 towels in the first like hour of the event. So we're definitely going to have to take all of that stuff. So it'll be really exciting. And I personally can't wait for that. So we'll see.
I'm excited for you. I want to go to a pool park festival. I'm kind of bummed that I'm going to Texas and you're going to be there.
Well, girl, ain't nothing fancy in Texas. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to switch, but like we can.
No. I'm set where I am, but I'm excited for you, and I can't wait to see videos and pictures.
Oh yeah, we're
say that.
definitely. Oh, that was another thing at Coachella. I actually took the flag. I didn't lose the flag. It didn't like blow away or anything, but I actually got people, and I had started talking with a lot of people, and they were like taking pictures with our flag and everything. So if you do see us, everyone listening out there, if you're at the same event that we are, we do have our flags out and about. So come up, chat with us. Take a picture with us or with our flag, and we can put you on our Instagram. I think that'd be really fun. And then Bernard, you are going to Desert Hearts. What do you expect? Tell us a little bit about that.
Wook, wook, wook. That's it. I was told that we should go do this. Something okay, it'd be a cool idea. I love the house music, but it's in the middle of nowhere. No cell service, camping, and you do trade for stuff.
I'm out.
So they tell you to bring cash and things to trade. So it's going to be an experience.
That like electric forest, kind of.
I think it's sort of, but it's going to be an experience, and I'm going to have a good time. So, yeah.
There's quite a few groove cruisers that we know that are part of the GC fam that they love Desert Hearts. Like they're all super excited, really chill. But there's a lot of festivals that actually do like this barter system. I know Wasteland does it, Burning Man does it, Electric Forest does it. So
yeah. I'm going again. I'm going in there. Everybody in my group is like really excited and all that. And I'm going to find my charcoal deodorant and just go. Enjoy myself with them and just party it up. So me and my kilt will be a full blast at Desert Hearts, and hopefully I come back alive and a new person, new mindset probably.
Sane?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to go that far.
So there's no one you're excited.
Life.
So there's no one you're excited to see at Desert Hearts. It's just you're gonna take everything in.
Yeah, that's how I've been rolling most of these things now. It's just like, as long as I get to go and have a good time, it can't be bad, right? So I know Doc Martin. He's a badass house DJ from a long time ago, so I can't wait to see him. But everything else, I don't care. I'm just going to party it up. The fact that they had the pre-Desert Heart spot guys in the K-Rock tent and the music they were playing was just damn great. I'm going to have a good time dancing. I'm going to have a great time dancing. But yeah, this legit camping thing. Can't wait.
It's gonna be a very busy weekend. Danielle, are you gonna get into anything this weekend?
Nope.
Or a box of wine.
Yeah. That's what I'll be doing.
But yeah, so that's I can't wait to hear about all of those events. I definitely want to hear about the Moogfest. Is it Moogfest?
I think it's Moogfest.
Moogfest.
Yeah, I'm very interested because that kind of just popped up, and I'm very interested to hear about that one for sure.
So definitely tune in next week when we recap and give our personal experiences of all of these. But speaking of all of these events that we're going to be going to, there's quite a few. We definitely want to take this time to let you know of a lot of different events that are coming up this weekend, next weekend, and the next couple of weeks. Plus, there was a lot of lineups that dropped
today.
This
morning.
Yeah. Okay. So, Daniela, you want to tell us a few of the lineups that came out today?
I was Hard Summer, Life is Beautiful.
My life,
Imagine.
my
LED.
life, yeah. LED came out today as well, and then Imagine.
Yeah,
I don't
Imagine.
think Imagine's lineup came out. So there's a lot of really good
I
festivals.
think most of
happening.
those are going on sale this week.
Yeah. I think.
Hard is on Friday. I
Yeah.
think Life is Beautiful is Thursday.
And then I think my life every day is on sale. Or
I think
maybe
Imagine
coming
might
up.
be on sale too.
Okay, so all of those festivals whose lineups came out today, they are definitely going to be on sale within the week. So definitely want to pick up those tickets. I know Duke Dumont is going to be at Hard Summer on Sunday.
I'm only doing that day.
I'm really thinking about
I'll
it.
probably be at Exchange. I'll be there.
I'll go there with you there too. Listen, Duke Dumont's one of those things that I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
I don't do outside. Sorry.
Yeah, so you're going to do both? You're going to do Hard Summer and Exchange, or one or the other?
Why not?
Both.
What?
Who are you?
It was just a question. It was just a
I
question.
will say I originally had a flight scheduled to go back to Lala only because the lineup looked decent. It wasn't the best, but it looked decent. And then the Hard Summer lineup came out today, and I was debating, do I want to try and pull 2 days at Lala, 2 days at Hard? Shucked that idea and said, nope, I'm just coming to Hard. So I switched my flight. I will be at Hard Summer the whole weekend.
Oh, you're going to be the whole weekend.
Yeah, in fact, I'm flying in on a Thursday, so Thursday night late. So I'll have a full day to just hang out and chill until I go to the festival Saturday, Sunday.